Hello peeps and hello peppers and welcome to Lundi, the Monday Puffin. If you've never been here, hello stranger. It's great to have you here. My name is Frida Martins. I am an artist with multiple disabilities of the central nervous system. Originally from Germany, but I live in Iceland, and I find it royally funny that the French word for puffin spells exactly the same way as the Icelandic word for Monday. No, the other way around. That the Icelandic word for puffin spells exactly the same way as the French word for Monday. So on Mondays, I am always trying to do something about a puffin or about my life in Iceland, Iceland stereotypes, something like that. I am still not done with the puffin tarot. And the puffin tarot is packed up in my rollator basket, so I can actually paint at like a Christmas potluck where I'm invited now. Within the next half hour, I have to leave, but yeah, short and sweet. Differences between like Christmas in Germany and Christmas in Iceland that I have noticed, or also some parallels. Of course, in this context, you could say that both Icelandic and German are like Germanic languages and basically Germanic cultures. So they are, in a way, aware that the Christmas is actually based on Yuletide, and that the green Christmas tree is a symbol of hope. And like my physiotherapist informed me today that the winter solstice was yesterday. So now the day gets a little bit longer, and at the this close to the North Pole, because we are 200 kilometers from the North Pole, if you didn't know that. And I haven't seen any Santa Claus live here, by the way. I mean, year round. So you see that more obviously than in Central Europe that the day is getting a little bit longer every day. I would also say it is a relatively unspoken law that like you celebrate Christmas with your family and you don't discuss politics at the table and so on. But let's say because Iceland is so small and everybody is in some way more or less connected to everybody, it is, I think, much more visible if you have an initiative to, I don't know, like celebrate an alternative Christmas or like I have even seen a Facebook posting where someone wanted to do something good for people who don't have a family and just invite random strangers to the house. Or like during a certain pandemic, the exchange students were stuck here. So there was actually, it's my understanding, a network to invite them into families at Christmas. Like even the grown-up exchange students at the university. Because I guess it is still like a social expectation across all cultures to spend their time with other people. I have actually resorted to tell people I don't have that much energy. I rather want like short visits and quality time. But I would say the main difference between like German Christmas and Icelandic Christmas, and this may sound like really minuscule, but for me that was a big thing. Like in Germany, I have only seen it like you put the presents under the tree and the people find theirs, and then maybe elderly relatives get pissed when the children rip the gift paper apart because you can reuse it. But in Iceland, it's actually like a almost religious ceremony that you present the gifts, and here's one for Jonse, and here's one for Birgir, and here's one for Solveig, and you have to mark them with these little gift tags. So actually, when I'm going to these community Christmas markets, one of my sales hits is actually Christmas gift tags. And actually, when I spent a Christmas with a family, that was really, let's say, festive because, like, especially as an autistic person, I liked that there was some sort of calmness and some sort of rhythm, in the lack of better words, to it. And sort of a rule. I mean, I would say Icelanders are usually more flexible in bending rules than Germans, but this is sort of holy. Then there is a thing on the radio of which I don't remember what it is. I think this is a speech by the president exactly at 6 in the evening because let's say in Germany I have experienced that as differing from household to household when they make this gift ritual. For our American friends, it's not the morning of the 25th, it's the evening of the 24th of December. So the thing called Aðfangadagur, Christmas beginning Eve, is exactly at 6 p.m. on the dot. And yeah, then there comes this Christmas packing, and then there comes this, this like with the gift tags, and then it was my experience that the food comes afterwards. If you live in Iceland and do it totally differently, please let me know in the comments. And like, I would say the Advent thingy is a little bit different in Iceland from Germany because, like, we Germans have, like, depending on the regions, some holy guys like the Saint Martin and the Saint Nicholas, and some people Saint Barbara, connected to the Advent time. And I mean, the Icelanders have 12 heathen Yule lads. If you go like way back in my video playlist that I've accumulated over the years, I made extra videos on every Yule lad, and I tried that basically every year also to draw them. Spoiler, it doesn't always work. They start at the 12th of December, and the last one comes, like, depending on interpretation, the morning of the 24th or the evening of the 23rd of December. And every Yule lad has some sort of specialty. Like the other day, I saw them in a social center as figurines where, like, Gluggagæir, for instance, like the window peeper, had a window frame holding up, and like Stekkjastaur, the sheep guy, something, the sheep guy with the sticks that is supposed to have, like, either stick legs or really stiff legs, or like I mostly draw him with some form of disability equipment, but he of course has a sheep in the figurines. So yeah, every special Yule lad brings something to the children in the shoes. And like in the olden days, you always said the bad children got a foul potato. But okay, may I allow myself to criticize this, because I have actually, let's say, sprouted from foul potatoes, so they still have a use. And like the past couple of years, I learned thou shalt not divide people in fundamentally good and bad, and even like children who display some behaviors that we don't want, they may have reasons of the type that they can't express everything. And actually, I have my personal suspicion that the Yule lads are actually based on people who basically could not participate in the regular workforce, so they had to move to the mountains and live an isolated life there. And the legend goes like that the Yule lads have a mother called Grilla, and a really good friend of mine always says she has to be Grilla for me when she kind of forbids me things that would actually be bad for me. And the Yule lads also have a dad called Leppalude, but I don't know so much about him. No one in my circle of friends has ever said they would be a Leppalude for me. And yes, it is also a difference between Germany and Iceland, that in Iceland, many like sales institutions like malls are open on the 26th of December, which is like in Germany, it's a really strict public holiday. But for the Iceland dwellers, look it up on the internet. What is open? Because like this public holiday situation sometimes is quite unclear. And now I actually have to take off and catch my ride. So I'll see you. Can you, like, in the comments or in my shoes, give me as a Christmas gift some ideas what you want me to talk about? That may take some time to answer. Please mind you that these comments are always public, so stay respectful and don't share anything that you don't want third parties to know. There is always a possibility to keep it vague. Okay. My personal humble Christmas wish is that I can finally finish drawing all the puffins and yeah, and then finish writing my book in January. Bye bye.